everybody. I'm doing a 15-minute session for Katie. Katie, thank you very much. You shared a lot of your background story. It was really nice to read and get to know more about you. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, for exploring this session and sharing with us here on YouTube. You have some very short, sweet goals, so I'm going to read these and then get started. You say, I would be honored to meet and receive a message from my higher self. To meet and receive a message from my higher self. All right. And I know based on some of the things you were talking about, you're looking for a fulfilling path, fulfilling work, fulfilling way to meet and connect with like-minded people. You're positive, optimistic. You're involved in yoga and meditation, working out. You're a Reiki master, so is your husband. So you shared a lot of these details, and you work at a bank. Doesn't really feel like a good fit for you, but it's again, you're working with positive, optimistic thinking. So it's kind of like you could say you're in the right place at the right time, even if it doesn't feel like the right fit. And so you're choosing to kind of go with the flow, but you would really like to dive into something more of an understanding from your higher self. So that's what I'm going to be presenting, saying, hey, Katie's higher self, what can you share with her about where her life right now and what her goals are? Any advice, any visions, anything, any useful tools? So that's the direction. So I'm just going to relax and let's see what comes up, shall we? Okay. What is going to inspire the most fulfilling life for Katie? Self-reflection of any kind, any support, messages, healing. It's a dormant space, but I feel like this dormant space has 3 floors to it. And I'm kind of stuck in all 3. So I'm actually stuck in the floors and in the open room spaces. I'm stuck in the foundation and I'm stuck in the roof. And I don't particularly enjoy this because I literally see a human form that's stuck in the shape of a house, okay? And you can't move. You can't jump. You can't walk. You're literally, are you the house? Or are you in motion? A human being can't be stuck in a house. It kind of makes me think of COVID, like having to work from home or kids going to school at home now and figuring out how you're going to deal with that. It's like that sensation of I'm always in my house, like being stuck in a house. And so I see this is what I'm being shown. But I mean, I see a human being literally stuck in the roof, the floors, this everything is like can't even jump or run or dance or play or even sit down or lay down. I can't break you out of this just yet. Let me see what your higher self shows us next. I see a hand that goes through the walls of the house and the heart's upright, but the heart now is upside down. And the upside down heart looks like an arrow and it is pointing to you. And so it's pointing to you, okay? As opposed to pointing at what? Your feet or your kneecaps or something? Like, now it's pointed at you, okay? want to find a way to set you free, but I can't just break you out of this. I can't even understand it fully yet. The next scene I'm shown is that you're sitting still now. You're not stuck in the house scene. You're just sitting still, and there's all these strange little bits of pollen that are actually collecting all around you, and you're not moving at all. And it's getting to you because you're starting, I'm losing you. I can't see you. I can't find you because all these they're little balls, and they're just starting to, almost like it's static electricity, and they're just all starting to collect on you everywhere, front and back, above, below. Like you're sitting down, you're just turning into like a little pile of the little yellow balls. And I see you're on your cell phone inside of this pile. Something is majorly lacking in the sensation. It's like the sensation of sensationalism. Like, this is sensational. It doesn't even go there. It's like we're trying to access the rainbow and we feel a pale color. We can only access a pale sensation. And even when I tried to give you the palette of the rainbow, it doesn't work. It's like everything is like the Tin Man without the oil. He needed to be oiled. He needed friends to come along to help oil him so that he could move. He could even speak and communicate what he had seen and what he had been through. And even the things that he wants, which was a heart, right? The Tin Man already had a heart. He didn't really need one. But for some reason, when the Wizard of Oz gives him a heart, it was like he was given permission to acknowledge what he already had, because it came from somebody that was greater than himself. But why did it need to come from somebody greater than himself? The Tin Man was already great. Why couldn't he have acknowledged how great he was just the way he was? Why did he need to go all that way to get to the Wizard of Oz, who ended up being a humbug, who gave him a weird necklace with a heart on it, and it says, "Here is your heart." Oh, now I have a heart because I got it from this Wizard of Oz. But he had it all along. He couldn't give himself permission to own what he already had. And there's something lacking in you being able to give yourself the same profound permission. You're going to have to give it to yourself. I see that there is no Wizard of Oz, but not only that, you wouldn't want a Wizard of Oz, believe it or not. It would be a distraction from you. So if you were to find, let's say, this ultimate guru, and this ultimate guru gave you what you needed that you were not giving to yourself, in order then for you to receive it, we're missing a step in the process here. You didn't ever need the guru. You were the guru. You already had everything you needed. Your higher self really wants you to see this, okay? You already have everything that you need. Now, there's a bit of a riddle going on, because what is it that I need to do here in order for it to all come together in one big rush, like an avalanche event of bam, okay, boom, I got that heart. But then your higher self is talking about the things that we know. Like, we know the Tin Man didn't need to go to the Wizard of Oz. Why am I talking like this? Is that your higher self's way of communicating? We know. We know that the Tin Man didn't need to go to the Wizard of Oz in order to get his heart. But it's like the journey, though, with Dorothy and the lion and the scarecrow, the journey, what did that show and provide? How did that nurture and nourish the experience of the Tin Man with friendship, with the desperate desire to have something he's always wanted, whether he was aware of it or not? How many human beings aren't aware of themselves, innocently unaware of themselves? they can give themselves permission. They can give themselves credit. They can do that. But for some reason, it's the making of friends. It's the very long journey to a place we've always wanted to reach. It's the meeting of somebody that we look up to and value. It's the receiving of something from that someone that makes it all super special. And it gives us the freedom to then move forward with what we already had. Why did we need all of those steps? Because we did. We just simply did. And what did we learn through all of those steps? Many things. Wouldn't it have been a much more boring story if the Tin Man just got oiled and said, okay, I've been wanting a heart, but oh, ta-da, I have one. Okay, see you guys later. Have fun on your journey to the Wizard of Oz. You don't really need to go. Not so interesting of a story. It's almost more fun to live, right? It's more fun to live. It's more fun to discover ourselves through living and through a journey with others. And so that makes sense. Your higher self it's almost like there's so much more to you that you can give yourself permission to access that now. But you're kind of on the Tin Man journey where you would love to have people come and oil your hinges, help you to be able to move, and now to go on an extraordinary journey with them, to have extraordinary experiences that help everybody grow. And how much fun would that be? So I'm being shown this, okay? Now, me talking about this, it's actually unsticking you. It's getting you unstuck. It's oiling your hinges, okay? It's starting that avalanche because it's allowing you to be like the Tin Man, not aware, not able to give yourself permission to know what you already have, because what you really want is the journey anyway. And so somehow me talking about this is making it so much more easygoing for you to discover yourself through the journey of living. Not because you just suddenly knew things or you just could do it that way. It was better off for you to discover it through living, through the journey of life. I do feel like you really want the Dorothy and the Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow, something of the oddballs to find their way into your life where you have something of a similar connection, you have something of a similar dream come true, and you blend together and you make an incredible team. You make an incredible group of extraordinary people who are on the path of finding themselves what they already hadn't figured. They needed to go through the path. They needed to go on the journey to really find themselves, to find themselves with their friends too. It's actually kind of a reflection of the meaning of life and what makes life so wonderful, what makes living so wonderful, you know? I say to your higher self, I say, don't you think, Katie, it's like, okay, how do you want to talk to Katie about life as it is right now? Is that the journey? Is that this Wizard of Oz journey? Like, or has it not started yet? Like, how would you define this? Like, how do you rehabilitate your relationship with your bank job so it starts to feel like you're on the path to the Wizard of Oz as you're doing this bank job? Like, is that what you're saying? Like, everything is part of this Tin Man's discovery of his own heart, your discovery of yourself. So is it as exciting as we can allow it to be? My God, I'm freaking human, dude. I am freaking human right now. I'm in this crazy world called Earth. Oh my God. I drive a car, dude. I go to a grocery store to buy groceries. I have to cook sometimes. You know, like if life were to be this, like, it's not mundane, it's flipping interesting and exciting, you know, can we do that? Can we do it? It's a question, you know, that's why it's like, maybe you're on this Wizard of Oz journey by doing the mundane. And it's not mundane at all. It's flipping exciting, you know? Like maybe it can be like this, you know. I am going to set my alarm for 6:30 and I'm going to get out of bed in this flippin' human world. I'm going to get dressed and I'm going to go to my big job. This is my life, man. I'm telling you, you can do it. All right, maybe that's the positive side of yourself coming out. I don't know. I see a Twinkie and then I see like a fist squeezes the Twinkie and all of the like the cream on the inside is like I'm not your average Twinkie. I'm so much more. My life is just coming out the seams and it's the best part. I work at a bank. I know about this. Okay, let me see what your higher self says next. I say reveal yourself, higher self. Like, let's like come up, like show me an appearance of some kind. It can be fun. That gives Katie something to think about. Instantly shows up as what is like a dog and a bear, okay, combined. So it's a dog is it a dog and a bear and a lion's mane? It's kind of like one of those fluffy dogs, but I'm not familiar. I don't believe this is any kind of dog breed because it definitely represents being also a miniature bear. And it also has a really fluffy mane that goes around its head, almost like one of those long-haired cats with the hilarious lion cut. It seems so wrong, but yet it's so right. Just for somebody who just wants to laugh, you know, that poor cat. But thank you for getting the lion's cut for my life. I love you for this. It's funny. Okay. So your higher self reflects as a dog, a bear, and a lion, okay? In the size of what is like a medium to large dog. And this dog is barking and asking you to follow. And you're not sure if you can trust this because you don't, it's kind of reflecting also as some stranger on the street that you have no idea who this is. And so it's a little bit strange when they're like, yes, come here, follow me into this dark alley. Yes, follow me. You don't know me, but yes, follow me into this dark alley. So it's a little bit of an energetic hesitation going on here. Makes a lot of sense to me. Even though it's kind of a fluffy, adorable dog, bear, lion thing. I want to pet it. Is now going into a dark woods. I start to see scenes of what is like the story of Little Red Riding Hood and the mother or the grandma who's actually the wolf in the grandmother's clothes. And there is a shadier side to life. There is questionable things. Can we trust? Are you really my grandma? You don't look like my grandma. You don't act. There's something not right here. And so there's a sensation of finding yourself innocently in the worst situation possible. And your higher self is reminding you that you are always guided. And no matter if it's a comfortable or an uncomfortable situation, it's your higher self that helps you get there. And so to trust in the situation that you're in is exactly where were guided to be. It's even so much as I see you like sleepwalking and then you fall into a pit of snakes and you're like, oh my God, why? And I see like this is hilarious. It's like, and your higher self is guiding you to exactly where you need to be. And it's like, oh man, I don't know if I can't stand my higher self or if I get it and I don't want to. But this is really funny. Also not a fun place to be in, but that is the hardcore reminder. One more thing, because I feel like your higher self is wanting to talk to you about how to break a routine. Almost like a routine is a comfortable process of doing things, not necessarily giving you the Wizard of Oz experience. So if life starts to lose the color, like the rainbow palette of colors, and it starts to become pale, it's because you have to break that cycle of what is like repetition. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it can become our comfort zone, and we are leaning on the comfort zone over something uncomfortable that is going to actually be more like living, setting us free. So what do you like, give us, what do you say about this? How do we do this? Okay, your higher self is saying it's simple. You're already identifying the bank isn't for you. So now you're saying to yourself, I don't want to work at the bank anymore. So now you're not going to work at the bank anymore. What else is there to say about that? If you were to say, well, it pays good. I've been here for 5 years. I could get a promotion any day now. But what if it comes down to as simple as, I don't want to work at the bank. I haven't been happy working at the bank. Now it's actually honoring the truth of how you really feel inside. So if you don't work at the bank, then where do you work? What if you say, I don't know? Now you're going to have to go to the newspaper, or you're going to have to look around town at different businesses or companies. Is it okay to work at yet another company? Is it okay to start getting your wheels turning and crafting and exploring something that's outside the box? Now you're a realtor. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know where you can go on this Wizard of Oz journey until you decide that you don't want to do this anymore. And now you're going to do something else. I don't know what that something else is, but until you give yourself permission to think outside of the bank, you're not going to, okay? So give yourself permission to think outside the bank. Think about it. Have fun with it. It's your next Wizard of Oz journey. You're going to feel more alive, and the color palette's going to come back to you. And next thing you know, I swear, it's like you're a realtor, or you're working on the radio station and you're the morning radio person. Like, it could be so crazy and unimaginable what you could be doing next. Now you work at a museum and you go through the exhibits and you've memorized a script and you're walking people through the exhibit 3 times a day. Who knows what you're doing next? It's almost like this is the next exciting discovery of your Wizard of Oz journey. So let it happen and get excited about that. So that's what your higher self is saying. Yeah. I love this. I just wanted to go see your higher self as a dog, bear, lion thing again. It was actually a really dark brown color. I just wanted to see if there was anything else about this. And it's just like a dog that is a man's best friend, you know? So it's like your higher self is your best friend, and it's going to guide you where you need to go. And sometimes it's going to require you to acknowledge, though, what is working and what is not working, and to follow through with what is not working, to try something new. And to remember, it is an exciting journey to be alive, to be human. And it's okay to break your comfort zone, because that's going to bring the color palette back. All right. Thank you for this experience. Thank you again for sharing, Katie. I wish you a wonderful day. I wish you all a wonderful day. Take care.